What's up, everybody? It's your boy Tokadu with another video of Marvel Avengers. Before I begin, I just want to thank everybody that commented on my previous video. I really appreciate the engagement, the comments, the discussion, the disagreement, the agreement we're having. I think it's very good that we keep that communication going on between us, really. And yeah, please keep subscribing to my channel, keep commenting and keep liking. I really appreciate it, and it keeps me going and keeps me motivated to do what I do, which is presenting you guys with my opinion and the best information I can provide in regards to this game as we prod along this I would say this rocky road of this kind of situation we find ourselves with this game. Anyway, in today's video, I'm going to try cover an email I got today, just like a couple of minutes ago, in regards to Kate Bishop. What's the title of the thing? Just give me a second. What's the title of the email? Kate Bishop is coming. War table deep dive. Kate Bishop. So I'm going to leave like a link or an image or like a small video, a small clip, a small video, and trying to analyze what this company is trying to do. Now, if you've watched my previous video and my previous videos before that, I said in one of them that they didn't give like a roadmap, but they gave like a timeline. And the timeline they said was going to be a cloning lab, then Kate Bishop and something else. In this moment, I can't really remember what they promised, but I think those are the two things they promised. So, sincerely speaking, I was not expecting this email, and yeah, it just came out of nowhere. The most intriguing thing about this email, for the first time, I don't know if you guys have been receiving weekly emails like this. I don't know. I have no idea. But yeah, there's this timer that I'm actually staring at it now that I'm talking, and it's really making me more impatient. But I think there's a psychology behind it, and let me break that down a little bit. So in regards to the human mind, there's the release of dopamine, which is like your happy molecules, and which is something casinos and gambling companies have really nailed. If I give an example of an episode of Family Guy, where Lois and Peter Griffin go to this office, and they're presented with two offers. One of them being a boat, I think it was like a yacht, and a small little box. And Peter Griffin stands up and he says, "Well, I want the box." And Lois was like, "What?" "Yeah," and he said, "Well, I want the box because if I get this box, we could actually have a boat inside it." And it's a tiny little box. Anyway, the reason why that was aired, there was a deeper meaning to it, because it's behind the idea of expectation, literally wanting something but not knowing what it's going to be, build dopamine level, build excitement, and even though the reward is something that you could have got in the first place. Does that make sense? Anyway, I'm diverting away from this video. Forgive me, guys. Going back to Kate Bishop, I'm just going to quickly read the email. So Kate Bishop was on the first track to becoming an Avenger when they changed her course. Blindsided by the Avengers disbandment and AIM crusade against inhumans, she stuck with her mentor, Clint Barton, to investigate the disappearance of former S.H.I.E.L.D. director Nick Fury. Find out more, blah blah. So basically, there's a lot to dissect in this email. First thing I want to reiterate, this email does not necessarily say that she's going to be released. It say that it's kind of like tell you, hey, watch out for Kate Bishop. It doesn't necessarily say that she's going to be released, unless I'm saying things wrong. So that's the first thing I want you guys to be warned about. To not get too excited about this. This could just simply mean that something's about to happen in 25 hours, which again could be Cloning Lab or Kate Bishop herself. I don't really know. Okay, and I remember watching a video a couple of would that be 2 months ago, a couple of weeks ago? I can't quite a long time ago, where someone was trying to dissect what could be happening in the next campaign, next storyline or story-driven DLC. And he said, well, from what he can see, it seems that Kate Bishop and Clint Barton are working on something, and at some point it seems that Clint Barton gets captured, or like a mind control thing happening, and that's when we see that scene where he goes through like a time traveling device thingy, or time time space thingy, and he kind of like smiles and goes through the portal thing. Obviously, surrounded by him is some other scientist or some robot, I can't remember, and Monica Rappaccini, which we know now that she's probably one of the clone, or could she be the actual person? I don't really know. There's so many clones in this game that it seems that you don't even know who is the real one, and I guess there's no consequences in whatever situation you find yourself. There's a clone anyway to fix that. Anyway, I think, yeah, so we can see from this video that they're investigating the disappearance of Nick Fury, and they're working together, but at some point something happened and they are separated, or their roads go towards two different pathways or two different directions. Okay, so this actually leads me to my next point. So what if they release the cloning lab, then Kate Bishop, or vice versa? Okay, then Kate Bishop is a playable character, but Clint Barton is the next villain. Okay, at least for a while, and in the future, he becomes a playable character. I'm just saying, because obviously we know that at some point Clint Barton or Hawkeye will be a playable character, because we've seen footage of his character modeling. Okay, and one of the other things I was discussing about is, to me, it doesn't make sense to release two archers back to back. You can introduce an archer, then Black Panther or Scarlet Witch or whatever, then introduce another archer. It doesn't make much sense. But if it's story driven by this story, from what I'm seeing, then you can kind of forgive them for it. So I'm not going to dive too much into why they're releasing two archers. There's not going to be too much gameplay differences, unless they make an archer melee, which it doesn't really make sense, does it? So I'm not too sure about that. I really hope she's not bugged out, because they said, these are their own words, we are working to make sure the content is really, really good. There's no bugs, and there's nothing particularly difficult. I'm paraphrasing a lot, but you get the point. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just wanted to cover this topic really quickly, because I think it's quite important, because the developers have disappeared for some time. Maybe they went into like a micro hibernation because they wanted to release this big thing. Well, it's supposed to be big for them, because I think this will be one of their biggest patch since release, because we still have the same heroes anyway. And hopefully start bringing back some few players here and there. And also me, I've not really touched the game for 2 days now, so I'll probably get back on it tomorrow or this night, just to do some farming. Let me guys, you guys just let me know, what are you planning to do? Are you guys going to go back to playing the game to gather some resources, or you're just gonna wait for the next DLC to drop down? As I mentioned before, even with Kate Bishop, the good thing we will get from it is a bit more campaign, but it's going to be the same content. So unless they really make ground-breaking changes, it's still going to be the same content. So I'm not too sure, but hey, let's get excited that the game is building up. It's going away from being a baby face now to be a toddler. I guess we skipped the pregnancy part. I need help. I need therapy. I'm out, guys. I'm out.